Before FastAttach, we would receive a request for records from a payer like Medicare in the mail. It would come to the hospital's main address. So whether or not it ever made its way to the right department, medical records or the business office, was often, unfortunately, a crapshoot, and that's not necessarily peculiar to our hospital. In fact, I can promise you it's a challenge for all hospitals.
The process before was what I would call manual labor.
The time that it took to produce hard copy medical records and organizing them and grouping them, and then, the mailing.
Prior to MEA FastAttach, I want to say about 18 to 20 steps to about 7 steps of just, submitting a record and what the flow is. So it was so much easier. When we sat down and did it, it was amazing how many steps it actually took prior to MEA.
The process we were doing, it was way, way, way too antiquated and time-consuming, and it's not a factor anymore.
The only way you had to get those records to the payers was through the mail, believe it or not. And if you think about a patient who spends a week in the hospital, and sure enough, we sometimes have patients that spend literally months in the hospital, the records for that visit literally occupied cartons and cartons. If you think of copy paper sized boxes for one stay, could be 2 or 3 cartons weighing quite a bit. And so that's the way we got this documentation to the payers. And it was a routine process.
When you think about it, that's pretty awesome, being able to turn that around like that and not have so many different things that you have to follow up on, because it's there now. You have a good mechanism in place to determine that records were received. You have a good case also. If you need to do an appeal of any kind, it's right there. What's documented is proof.
For me, the most useful process of the software is being able to go in and see what was submitted and speak to the audit entities about those documents.
Way more efficient in terms of being able to do everything online and actually track everything, in terms of we can run a report and see, okay, what was submitted, what was not submitted. In the paper world, we weren't able to do that.
From a security standpoint, it's been different for us because it's more HIPAA compliant, and it's a much safer way to send the records. We don't have to worry about a piece of mail being lost.
The whole implementation went very well for us, which is a concern for facilities when you're trying to integrate so many different systems.
The FastAttach software was not only quick to implement, but it's easy to use, it's intuitive for our end users, and it saves us a lot of time and money.
Training was probably about an hour with the MEA staff. Process didn't take very long. We were up and running within a couple of weeks.
The FastAttach support team that was sent to us to help us implement this system were not only professional, they were very knowledgeable with the software and with our business.
MEA was a great vendor partner to work with us. They had the right people assigned to us who were experts in their own area or their own field. They were right there at the table with us as we worked through the issues.
The impact on our business has been a positive change. Instead of printing a huge stack of papers, we're just simply PDFing a file and uploading it to MEA.
It's just an electronic format. Again, you're not having to fish through paper, looking through thousands and thousands of pages. It's just everything's on the computer. So to me, it's a way more efficient for the insurance companies, for our hospital, and overall, it's just more efficient way to do things.
You're not paying for mailing. You're not paying for tracking. It's all one-stop shop. And once you have the product, you'll see just how beneficial it is for your organization.
At the end, we did make a good choice. We made a great choice.